So after reviewing the presentation, I found that I can relate with a lot of the things that were said. Because I remember back in high school, that was back in the day where you'd have teachers would lecture with your PowerPoints, and they would give you worksheets, and you would write along the answers with the worksheets. That's just what we did to gain our education. I feel like that's just something that educators did. I don't know if they still do that. But then when I went to college, that's when Prezi became super popular. And so presentations kind of changed into more interactive presentations. And now I have to use presentations or PowerPoints for my students because I teach them certain language tips. And so normally what I do is I make a video with my PowerPoint right next to it. And so they can see the PowerPoint. But I go through and I explain. I put a sentence up for the tip. So if we're learning about nouns, I put up a sentence that contains nouns, and then I have them highlighted. Just because they're English language learners, so they don't always know. They don't always know their subject matter or what a noun is. So then they can visually see the sentence, and then they can hear me talk about it. Especially since with my courses being online, I have to use presentations and videos so that they're able to see what exactly is going on. Because if I don't have that presentation, then they won't be able to exactly know what I'm talking about. I did, as I was reading the slide right here, I did find it funny. It is convenient for you to listen to me converting the digital text to voice. And it just brings me back. Normally what I do is I don't make my presentations super long. I just have one sentence on each slide, so it's not like an overload of information. Just one quick sentence explaining, or to show that I can explain what's going on, I guess is what I should say. And then, and then another thing is time. My presentations are only 2.5 minutes long. I found out if they're longer than that, then my students won't watch them. So with my presentations and videos, I try to keep them short, fast, to the point, and then we move on. Anyway, so that's just what I do in my courses. Obviously, I'm different than like a regular high school or like middle school course or elementary school course, since my students are clear across the clear across the world.